We've heard that a one-legged man in an arse-kicking contest doesn't do very well, but how does a one-handed man in a sword-fighting contest do? Well, maybe we'll find out later this season. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. It's the premiere of Game of Thrones Season 4. We're here to review it in 2025, so we're a good old 10 years too late to the party. But hey, as Bruce Willis once said, John McClane, welcome to the party, pal.
Better late than never. Heard big things about Season 4. So let's deliver it. Come on, HBO.
Yeah. One man that is coming to the party is Jaime Lannister. He's got a welcome home party and he's got a welcome home gift because Tywin has had a brand new sword made for his son. But it's not just any sword. It's a sword of Valyrian steel, and I believe it belonged to House Stark and Ned before his execution. So it gets melted down and reforged into two smaller swords. And he seems happy with his work. He presents one of the swords to his son, Jaime, as a gift. Jaime's impressed. He says that the Lannisters have not owned a Valyrian steel sword of their own for generations. But Tywin says, well, we got it from someone who no longer needs it. And that's true. I don't think Ned's going to be using it.
Nope, Ned's no longer needing it. You know what? Ned, he always finds a way to get his name mentioned, doesn't he, man?
The legacy continues. I think that's when you know you were either like a great character or at least important. See, when you're still getting mentioned in shows like 3 years or 3 seasons after your death. And I mean, you could argue JT and Sons of Anarchy was pretty important because he
never got to see him.
He was always getting name dropped. But you know, you'll have characters that will die early on and never be brought up again, and then you'll have characters that will always get a wee name drop from time to time.
Totally agree.
And Ned's definitely one of the latter.
But I think this conversation, I think Game of Thrones does a very good job of guys that have not had screen time together in like years, making it feel real and authentic. It feels organic. It really does.
Yeah, Tywin wants his son Jaime to be the heir and return to Casterly Rock, but Jaime insists that he can't do that. I'm a member of the King's Guard. I swore an oath. Tywin's furious. He's like, who cares about what oath you swore? You know, there's a way out of it. We'll make it happen. But Jaime says, nah. I mean, people already call me the Kingslayer. And, you know, what they're going to call me if I break this oath. And Tywin is not happy. Tywin thinks his son has to be more than just a one-armed or a one-handed Kingsguard. There's more to his life than this.
It just shows Tywin will bury anybody.
Yeah, he will. Now, you think that Tywin's a man with honour and he wouldn't necessarily want his son to break an oath or anything like that, but he doesn't really care as long as it's for the greater good, and he believes that Jaime Lannister, being the heir to Casterly Rock, is the right thing to do. He wants to pass it on to his son, keep the Lannister tradition going. He says that he'll probably never return back to Casterly Rock, but Jaime isn't interested, and is that pretty much just because he doesn't want to be separated from Cersei? I mean, maybe.
I mean, it could be that, but again...
Well, you say it could be that, I mean, do you think it is his honour? Do you think
he gets quite a few things.
Do you think he gets enough crap with the whole Kingslayer thing that he believes that if I break another oath...
But also, going to Casterly Rock takes you at the fucking game. Sounds like nothing happens at Casterly Rock. Why would you want to be there when you could be fucking here?
Hold on. Tyrion wants to go there and just drink and sleep all day, have sex.
Aye, because that's what but he's a bit of a waster. Jaime Lannister's a guy that takes pride in his work.
I guess.
He's lost a hand, his fighting hand, but I think the best fighter in Westeros is still better than most with his weak hand.
We'll have to wait and see. Tyrion, Bronn and Podrick, they are waiting outside the road for the arrival of Prince Doran Martell of Dorne. He's coming for the royal wedding. His soldiers get there and it turns out that he's not coming after all. Don't know why he's not coming. Something about poor health. So he has sent his brother, Prince Oberyn, and he's going to attend the wedding instead. But Oberyn isn't there. He's already at I believe he sneaked into like the King's Landing, so Oberyn didn't come with his crew. He took off in his own way. We see him sleeping with some women. They've got like a bunch of women lined up. Some guy came in. I guess he's like is he the pimp? He's giving Oberyn the selection of women. They pick one, but then Oberyn wants this guy to join in as well. He's like, I don't join in And Oberyn basically says that he can afford anything he wants. So, yeah, wee bit gay there.
Yeah, he wanted him to join in as well. I mean, of course, Pedro Pascal, man. They couldn't just make him a straight man in this. 2 minutes in, he's doing gay orgies.
Yeah, we then get two Lannister soldiers, like making, I don't know, just making too much loud noises, which seems to piss off Oberyn. So he goes to get them to shut up, and they kind of make fun of him and his cloak and cloak. What? Cloak.
That's the word. There we go.
That's the word. Damn it. So yeah, they kind of make fun of him. And he doesn't like them because he thinks Lannister men, looking down on everyone. Basically ends up stabbing one through the hand.
If you pull it out, he might die. The veins are a little bit jiggly.
You gotta get him help quickly. Tyrion then rocks up, and Tyrion speaks with Prince Oberyn, and he basically says that he wants revenge. That's the reason he's here, for his niece, his nephew, and the rape and murder of his sister, Elia.
So is this the thing that happened off screen back? Who ordered? Was it Ned who ordered that guy to go and find the mountain? All the way back to the end of season 1, then it led into season 2.
I think that's different.
So when did this happen?
I think that was just like commoners that the mountain killed.
Alright, so when did this happen timeline wise?
I don't know, we'd need to research that.
But see,
during the sack of King's Landing by Lannister troops during Robert's Rebellion. So Robert's Rebellion, that's a long time ago. That'd be about 12 years ago?
It is. Do you not think though Game of Thrones is like a bit cheap to a degree? It's like, oh, this character rocks up and he did this 12 years ago. He's related to them by this, and it's like, hey, here he is. I know every kind of show does it like, but
my question is,
why is the guy just taking beef with now? Oh, it's a perfect time. And also, like, this guy's just allowed to walk up. It's like, well, sure, this guy... I mean, this guy's just got into King's Landing, and it's like, well, he did that to that guy's family. Of course he's going to hold a grievance. Of course he's going to be pissed. It's not the smartest idea to let him rock up here, even with an infight.
Well, do they know he knows?
Well, he does.
Well, fucking Tyrion didn't.
Fucking the midget man's not privy to a lot of things. I'm sure Tywin knows everything.
But how's Tywin supposed to know that he knows? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm telling you, I think this appeared to be like public knowledge.
Public knowledge.
Alright, Lannister public knowledge. Within the Lannisters.
Lannister public... The more you speak, the more retarded I think you get.
You go back to saying cloak then, now.
Well, about that.
Well, Judge who's retarded, pal.
Right, Tyrion and Sansa, he wants... I think Sansa's a depressing character, man. I get it. She's had a bit of a tough break, so to speak.
So have we all.
But you know what? She was the one that was fucking desperate to go to King's Landing. Oh, I want to marry Joffrey and have golden hair babies. I mean, she could have been fine sitting. Well, I don't know if she would have been fine based on what happens, but she could have enjoyed her life a little bit longer at Winterfell.
You know what? No, let's actually see. She's lucky. Not much worse has happened to her at this point.
I agree.
Joffrey could have killed her, raped her, whatever. Could literally have her tortured. Other people could have done stuff to her at this point. Her whole family has literally been killed. Robb, Ned, her mother. She thinks Arya's dead. I mean, the rest of them, she doesn't even know what's going on with them. The band of bloody inbreds, right? It's like every scene is fucking depressing, and I don't know what happens, right? And personally, I think it would actually rub me the wrong way if Sansa Stark somehow got to the fucking top for crying for 7 seasons or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Sansa Stark.
It's almost like Tyrion is like. Can she not see that Tyrion is being nice to her?
Yeah, I know. But even when the scenes when they're together, it's like she just treats him with like disdain. I get it. He's a Lannister, but he's not like the rest of us. He's not like Joffrey or Cersei.
Yeah, I mean, Jaime's definitely closer to being like Tyrion than the rest of them, but it's like, can she not show a fucking grain of appreciation for Tyrion?
Gratitude or something, like, come on. But yeah, then she gets followed by some guy, doesn't look good, but it turns out he's the one that Joffrey was going to kill on his name day, and she saved him, the drunk, and he gives her a necklace, and I mean, didn't do nothing for me.
Filler, man. I thought something bad was going to happen to her here, and then he just whips out a necklace.
Yeah, did absolutely nothing for me. Jaime and Cersei and Qyburn are in Cersei's chamber. She's got a golden prosthetic hand made for her brother, aka her lover. Qyburn attaches it to Jaime's stump, and I don't know if it suits him or not. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, is it better to have a golden hand than nothing there? I guess he could use it as like a shield, couldn't he?
Yeah, it's definitely better than nothing. Is he beyond having like the Merle Dixon special? You feel like in this time it would definitely be more suited.
Yeah, Qyburn asks about Cersei's sickness or stomach pains or whatever she was having. She says that they're gone. Jaime questions her, saying, I'm surprised you let that guy touch you. You never let the other guy touch you. I forget his name, the old fucking guy. She's like, of course not.
He does jumping jacks, that weird
He's a creep. And then Jaime tries to be a bit affectionate, and he says that he's going to stay in the Kingsguard with one hand so he can stay close to her. So, I mean, that maybe is the only reason he's not going to Casterly Rock, but she pushes him away. Jaime's confused and angry, and she implies that she may have other lovers and that she's upset that he took so long to come back. And I don't know, this seemed like fucking just very unreasonable for Cersei. Jaime's like, what do you mean? It's not like I left, I was captured. I was a prisoner. And he seems upset by this, but she doesn't care. She says, nah, you were away too long and that's it kind of deal.
Yeah.
I mean, God forbid the guy...
It's not only her. Joffrey does it as well, but I just don't... What the fuck is it with certain characters in this show? It's like... Tywin...
Yeah, but I think if Cersei and Joffrey act like a cunt, then it's acceptable because they are. When Sansa's been an arsehole to Tyrion, it doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't feel right, but... Tywin completely understands what happened to Jaime, but because Jaime goes against him, then that's when he's like, well, you know what, that gives me the green light to bury this guy's disability, doesn't it, big man? But I honestly, well, what could he do? What could he have done? I mean, I know it probably makes for a wee bit more interesting story arcs and shit if there is a bit of hostility at King's Landing between the Lannisters. Like, if Jaime came back, man, they're throwing him a party and they're clapping him. Oh, Jaime Lannister. That'd be a bit shite, wouldn't it? So I guess they need to do that.
Aye. Margaery Tyrell is speaking with Brienne of Tarth. She tells her that it was Stannis that killed King Renly, but Margaery corrects her, saying there is no King Renly, it's now King Joffrey. And she apologises, but says that she's going to make Stannis pay. So, good for her. Where the fuck is Stannis?
Yeah, you know what, they were hinting at this, look, the war's not over, I know Rob's dead, but Stannis is still... Stannis is done. Right? I would be absolutely flabbergasted if Stannis somehow fucking took... Stannis had one opportunity to take over King's Landing and he dropped the ball. Alright? He's going north.
Well, he didn't drop the ball, fuck me, he was fighting for his life.
Well, yeah, that's true.
He didn't drop the fucking ball. Maybe his comrades dropped the ball, but he was dang good.
Well, right, he didn't drop the ball, but you know what? It was his one opportunity with the ball and his group failed. He didn't. If they showed, you're right. If they showed half the fucking cojones he did, they'd be in there.
Right, in the Red Keep, we've got Jaime, Sir Meryn Trant, and King Joffrey. Jaime is going to assume the position of the, I guess, the real right hand man or whatever, or the protector of Joffrey. I'm not quite sure what the official term for it is, but. They're talking about where the Kingsguard are going to be positioned, and Meryn Trant, he doesn't seem to like the fact that Jaime's going to be the one positioned next to Joffrey, because that is like the key position that you would hold, and they're not sure if Jaime can do it with one hand. Joffrey he says, like, what good are you going to be? But Jaime says that it's going to be more competitive, because he'll be giving his opponents a chance, using his left hand. And then they go through the Book of Brothers, which basically details the history of all the Kingsguard who served in it. And, I mean, all the Kingsguard members, they have, like, long passages written about them. But then they get to, like, Jaime's entry, and it's just, like, this brief, this, like, brief little paragraph, or maybe even a sentence. And Joffrey remarks that somebody forgot to have written all of his uncle's great deeds. Jaime says there's plenty of time, and Joffrey says... How much time does a 40-year-old man with one hand really have? So, yeah.
Getting buried by his son?
Jaime not liking this, but at the same time, what can he do?
Again, first time on screen these two have interacted, I believe.
I don't know if it's the first time they've interacted, but like, I don't.
First proper conversation that I can recall.
What if Joffrey turned around and says, "Actually, no, I want Merwin Trant to guard me because I don't know if you're capable, Uncle."
Yeah, he could have said something along those lines. I mean, I just feel like Jaime Lannister's getting buried here. This was definitely an episode where they were focusing on his age, his disability, everything, man. Getting buried.
Yeah, in the north, you got.
No, I liked the conversation though as well between what do you call Joanne of Tarth and Jaime Lannister. What a Jaime Lannister! I like Jaime Lannister.
He says she's bugging him, and he says, you've got the blonde hair. You could be a Lannister, but then basically says you don't. Apart from the fact
you don't have the looks.
You don't have the looks.
But also, I mean, he points out, well, what can I really do for the Stark girls?
Yeah,
one's not here, and the other one's probably safer here.
Well, that's true. He said he would protect them, but I mean, what can he really do at this current time? In the north, you've got Ygritte and Tormund, and obviously Jon Snow's gone. Tormund doesn't believe that she killed Jon Snow because he thinks that
you could split a rabbit from 300 meters away. You're trying to tell me you could have killed that boy?
Yeah, and then we get Fens or something. I don't know. Fiends. I don't know who this group is, but they've got like bald heads and scars, and they come in and they're feasting.
It's like Dave Bautista's skull.
Yeah, and I don't know. They're eating a human hand over the. I wasn't impressed with this group.
I feel like with each passing fucking season, the North and everything.
Dies.
Yeah, the ice is melting.
Look at episode 1. You literally had a packed out North, and the king comes.
Aye.
The Lannisters were all there. I mean, all right.
See when Ygritte and Tormund are the Rock and Austin of it, man. I mean, what chance you got?
The only person missing for the North was Tywin. Really? I mean, what the big players were there?
Will we ever get that many characters in one location at once? Fuck, I doubt it.
I don't know.
Half of them are dead, like.
At the wall, Jon Snow's recovered. He gets taken up in front of the Lord Commanders, and it looks like they want to kill him, but they decide that Master Aemon decides that he was telling the truth. I guess he can tell.
I can see even though I'm blind. Decent speech for Jon Snow.
He confirms that he slept with a wildling, and they want him dead, but Master Aemon says, if we killed every man that slept with a woman, we'd have nobody to guard the Castle Black.
Obviously, one of them got removed from exiled former Lord Commander of the King's Landing City Watch. So Ophel Yarick. So again, that's a pretty big fucking demotion, like going through the King's Landing to this shithole.
No, definitely, and Snow remarks that he couldn't have been that good in his position, or else he wouldn't be here, and he didn't like that.
No, he didn't like that indeed, but I tell you what, Jon Snow was getting a wee bit too big for his boots here, wasn't he? He was a blind man's decision away for getting his head chopped off.
Alright, so he goes away and he confides in his wee friend, the fat guy whose name...
Samuel Tarly.
Samuel Tarly, that's the one.
I can't fucking believe, I can't believe he killed the first White Walker, man. That is rank wrong.
Do you not think, does Samuel Tarly kind of remind you of Eugene in The Walking Dead? And I can actually see a scenario where he ends up like Eugene.
Yes.
Last man standing.
No, but the problem is, I don't feel like Eugene did something that heroic that early on.
No.
And when I say that heroic, what Samuel Tarly did, or whatever his fucking
Tarly.
What he did is like the equivalent of like what Carol did in No Sanctuary by like wiping out a group of 50. Now some people would argue her doing that's bad enough, which I would agree with, but him killing a white... I mean, I don't know who should have killed the first White Walker, right? But see the fact Stannis is going up there after that letter. Is Stannis not a good start?
No, definitely. Anyway, Jon tells them that there's 100,000 wildlings coming, and he tells Samuel that he was always jealous of his brother, but he couldn't hate him because he loved him. And I guess this is the first time we see Jon acknowledge that Rob's dead. I think I would have personally liked to have seen Jon just, pack up and leave, and I guess he's maybe not allowed, but we've seen him do that when Ned was executed, and then he decided to, turn back and return to the wall.
See, I think that's a problem with Game of Thrones, man. It's like I know they don't have cars and planes, right? So traveling is a wee bit longer. But by time Jon Snow, right, would want to retaliate, it's like so much time has passed.
Yeah, it's like I just don't get it. I mean, so he's willing to sleep with Ygritte and break that oath, but he's not going to leave the wall and lead a charge on on the Lannisters. I just don't get it. It's like, what? Surely he should be like, look, my fight isn't on the wall anymore. I'm a Stark, even though I'm not called a Stark.
No, I mean, the good thing about this show is I practically know nothing really towards the end of it, but I feel like if Jon Snow gets to position of power and, kills a few Lannisters by season 7 or 8, do you not feel like even by that point it's like, it's a wee bit too late for that?
I mean, better late than never, but at this point, like, let's say Jon does leave the wall, where's he go? Who's taking the fight to the Lannisters?
Well, I mean, it looks like
what's
Daenerys, but I mean, what's he got fucking there?
Yeah, but what has happened with the Stark army that's remaining? I mean, come on, they had to kill Robb, but they didn't kill every single Stark.
Yeah, I don't think they did a good job with that. Like, there was a massacre at the Red Wedding, there's no disputing that, but you're right, where is, like, the 50,000 men?
What was his uncle called?
He fucked off. I can't
is he dead?
Benjamin, is it?
No.
Where's Benji?
My Benji Stark? Fucking God knows.
Is he going to rock up at some point?
I think that uncle was, I believe, was that not...
Catherine? No, not Catherine.
I actually don't... Was that his uncle?
Aye. It was her brother.
Aye, her brother. Where's he?
Aye, where's he and the other guy?
Are they taking up the fight, or have they just tucked their tail and ran? I'd like to know. If anyone's listening, explain it to us.
Where's Roose Bolton and fucking Big Pedo Boy?
Yeah.
Didn't appear in this episode.
Right, and then in the Riverlands, we've got Arya Stark and Sandor Clegane. They're still travelling on a single horse. She wants a horseman. He's like, horses are expensive, so I guess they ain't going to buy a horse. They arrive at some like tavern. He doesn't want to go in because he sees like men there, and he's just like too tired to kill. But she sees one of the guys that killed her little friend, Lomi, and stole her sword, Needle. And Sandor says, who names their sword? And Arya Stark says, lots of people name their sword, and he goes, lots of cunts. I think Sandor Clegane's a funny cat. I like this combo.
Yeah, it's completely unexpected, but it works. It shouldn't work, but it does.
So we've got the leader of the Lannister men, Poliver. He's in there, he's looking over. He comes over and he sits down. He's like, I recognise you. Arya's panicking, thinking that she's the one that he recognises, but he's more interested in the Hound. Like, how could you not really recognise the Hound? I think he's got a distinctive feature, and the fact that he's like, supposed to be like fucking tall.
And he's like 6'9", 10. That cat and that bloody cat.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody should probably recognise the Hound. I mean, I just think the Hound would be the description of the Hound alone. You're probably looking at this guy and going, "You must be him." Yeah, and then he wants the Hounds. He says, "Oh, we've been doing pretty well. We'll be stealing, raiding, raping, all that shit, and we can do what we want. We're Lannister men, and there's no one to oppose us now since the Lannisters took down Robb. So these guys think they can basically do what they want." And he says, "You should come with us, and in between here and King's Landing, we can take everything we want." But the Hound basically tells him to go away. He just wants chickens.
I just want to eat some fucking chicken.
Yeah, he just wants a chicken.
Fuck the king.
And Poliver says, "Well, I'll trade you one of mine for one of yours. How about one of our chickens for your little friend here?" And then the Hound says, "All this talking is making me thirsty and hungry." So he drinks his wine or water or whatever it is, and then he says, "I'll take 2 chickens." And Poliver says, are you willing to die over some chickens? And the Hound says, "Somebody is." And then when he just says, "You should come back with us," the Hound just says, "Fuck the king." And that's pretty much what that's what leads us into the fight. And we get a showdown here with the Hound taking on Poliver and all his guys. Hound in the end gets the upper hand on all of them. Arya kills one who's down, and then she retrieves Needle, and she holds it against the neck of Poliver and basically says some of the shit that he said to Lomi.
It's like, what? I didn't say that.
And then she just sticks the needle right through his throat, and that kills him. He chokes on his blood, he dies. And then she gets a horse, this wee white horse, and we see the Hound and Arya take off on their own.
And again, that's another thing, right? The Hound, did he or did he not ask fucking Sansa back in season 2, come with me?
Yep.
No.
And she could, and if she had it, she'd have been...
Arya.
She'd have reunited with her sister. But we see them leaving. Arya's got the horse that she wanted, and the Hound's got the chicken that he wanted. So, and she got Needle back. So
good scene, great scene.
You know, all in all, I mean, it worked out pretty well for them.
Tell you what, though, should the Lannister men really have tried to take on the Hound?
There's fucking 5 of them, isn't there?
He's the fucking Hound, isn't he?
I know, but they probably thought.
Bit weak if we don't.
Yeah, he just said fuck the king. We kind of have to, like, you know, can't let that slide. Anyway, needle slid into his neck and he was done. And then we got some Daenerys shit, man. I mean, fucking nothing really happened here.
There is a scene, right? See the scene with her and her wee assistant walk through about like 100,000 men, and it shows you like most of it. What was the purpose? Oh, look, they're holding a sword. Who's got the longest? And she's like, oh, last to drop it is expelled for the group, and then they both drop at the same time. Honestly, I like Mormont and I like Sir Barrister Selmy, but geez, the rest of them can fucking die, man.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
See the leader of the, what do you call him, the Old Summy or something?
The Sullied?
Aye.
Whatever.
See the leader, he is built like a stick insect.
Grey Worm.
Aye, Grey Worm. Do you think he's built like a stick insect?
Built like a worm, isn't he?
No, but like, I'm not saying he's booked as like the Mountain of the Hound, but do you not feel like they would try and portray that this guy would like batter like pretty much 99.9% of people in this universe? He's got not one bit of meat on him.
I mean, it looks
and
like...
There's nothing to it. No, these characters are shite, man. Say it you want. Daenerys hasn't been dealt a good hand. Well, actually, she's got a good right man and a left man, but the rest are shite.
I think Grey Worm would die if he fucking landed on a toothpick. Tell you that, man.
I think he
Cocktail
would.
stick.
But as for Daenerys, apparently they've touched in Westeros. Yeah.
They come across a bunch of dead bodies. What, 163 kids or something?
163 miles to go.
One every mile. She wants them to be buried, and that's it, really. And
you can never tame the dragons, Daenerys.
Yeah, our dragons are fighting, and
falling asleep while she's saying it.
She tries to, I guess she tries to intervene while the three of them are eating a goat, and it's like, I mean, common sense. Well, let's be honest. I don't think you'd be sitting about with 3 dragons anyway. But let's say you were Daenerys. See if they were eating. Would you not leave them alone? Look how territorial some domestic pets get over their food.
Aye, let alone 3 big bastard dragons.
You seen kittens?
Aye, so...
You see you go near their food and they stick their claws in the food to stop you from taking it, and they start freaking out.
I know.
They do that wee mad annoying growl thing. Or sometimes even dogs. Yeah, you maybe get some timid dogs that would let you take the food out their bowl, but you'll get other dogs that'll basically...
eat your arse.
I tell you to fuck off if you go near their bowl when she's trying to stop these dragons from eating this goat.
Do you not think, though, the amount of men that she has secured... It's almost like the dragons are a bit fucking unnecessary. It's like there's a lot of men.
Yeah, but dragons can literally fucking kill thousands of men, can't they?
No, they can, but it's almost like, well, if you've got the same numbers as them and 3 dragons, I mean, what chance does King's Landing truly have when you rock up?
Yeah, I know. I don't really like the dragons element. I think it just it's like this unbalance. I think it's like I want to see actual like good wars. Like Blackwater I thought was fucking great. I want to see like the 2 best fighters from each side do battle to go one-on-one.
Yeah.
I don't really want to see just animated dragons flying in the sky.
Theoretically, we could get Mormont versus like Jaime Lannister or bloody... I mean, Tywin could take on Sir Barrister Selmy. Who knows what's going on, right? But then a dragon could just rock up and fucking annihilate them all.
Yeah. And as good as Jaime Lannister is, 1 hand or no hands or 2 hands, I mean, I don't think he's going to kill a dragon.
I think the scene when King's Landing, or the Lannisters, holy fuck, she's got 3 dragons, I think that will hit like crack. But is it worth it in the long run? Probably not. Anyway, I thought it was a good premiere. I'll get an 8 out of 10.
That's what I'm getting it, guys. An 8 out of 10. Should have got rid of Cersei, or should have got rid of Daenerys when they had the chance. I mean, that's what King Robert kind of wanted to do, and Ned was... his honour kind of got the best of him. But yeah, it's just not looking good now.
I guess in the long run they could avenge them both.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. 8 out of 10. Till next time. Peace.